First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today we've got an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to Robinson now on first down. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Cousins to throw it. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, Young. Now he's going to step up and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Young now. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. throwing. Young. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. The Falcons send Jamal Agnew deep to return. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, first and 10. In motion, the tight end. They go play action. Cousins. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
On play action, Cousins. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now 2nd and 9. Cousins. That is caught inside the 5. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And we'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. First and goal from the 3. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Panthers nothing.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3-and-out on their opening drive.
First and 10 at the 43.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They run again with Dowdle. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Now here's Young. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Falcons ready to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Cousins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Play fake. Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Bobby Brown on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing. Cousins. Over the middle, it's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Cousins now. And that is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Young. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Down the right sideline. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They're good at running the screen. Sometimes it's probably taken for granted, though. You need a good deal of deception in there, don't you?
You certainly do. And you know what else you need? The people who aren't involved in the deception to make sure they hold their blocks and someone doesn't flash too quickly in the face of the quarterback.
He's got it to the 43 here. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They run here with Dowdle. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one down the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On the run, it's Dowdle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now Young to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on it a little bit more.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the Panther field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Looking to put a drive together. Play action now. Cousins. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On the counter, this is Robinson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Now Cousins. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
This ball down the field for Pitts. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 50 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head, might have caused him to drop it.
Here's Cousins. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on third down as a real key down in any drive, any situation, and they took full advantage of third down there and made a play.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Bradley Pinion.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. And the Panthers coming out now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. A running play, it's Dowdle. Gets around him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. Young to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Falcons grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Here is Young. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And here's Young. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, And that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Shifts by him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, and maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Completes a Mooney on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now motion left with Mooney. Off the play fake, Cousins. And this throw will be intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Tommy Trimble from 17 yards out. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Well, we know.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Hubbard. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Dowdle is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Falcons 10.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. 2nd and 6. To throw, Cousins. That's complete to Mooney. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw is Cousins. He's going to air one out. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. Following the interception, Young. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Looking to throw, Young. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Now Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Young. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Young. Now he's going to step up and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
8 yards on
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Now here's Young. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
3rd and long.
And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
A play fake. Now Young. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and do this himself. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Panthers 40-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Cousins to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for them so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
In motion goes the tight end. And here's a handoff out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Young to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Young will set to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 3. Now Young. He'll find McMillan here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Young takes it on the sneak. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Young. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Young now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Third and 5. Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Young to throw it. Touchdown! Jalen Coker from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are able to widen their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Now Cousins. That one deep for London. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Out of the gun, it's Young. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. David Onyemata breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down, They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here is Young. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Now that's third down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Cousins now. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Atlanta, Georgia's the spot, and glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Cousins. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And his pass incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Cousins again. Here's a screen from Robinson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Looking to throw, Young. Now he'll tuck this and run, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the 2 of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Now Young. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
To throw, Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's Cousins on the sneak. And he's going to have a Falcons first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Cousins to throw it this time. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Cousins. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart and not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a 3rd and 6. Throwing, Cousins. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Looking to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Drake London, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Panthers 27, Falcons 20. Bradley Pinion.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Young off the bootleg. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Liggett. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Young will set to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush almost gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Agnew now to return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down 27-20, 2:11 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Robinson on a give right side. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Cousins to throw. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Here's Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
35-yard line.
Now Cousins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Cousins. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Short throw caught by Pitts. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly
both.
what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. That is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on ESPN.
Ball.